On 11 km, when the body says stop, a Wheelman Ascents endurance story. Wheelman Ascents experience 111-kilometer walk on 21st 08 2026. The journey begins. Before the journey. Every great journey begins long before the first step. For me, the journey to 111 kilometers didn't begin on the day of the walk. It began much earlier. Morning after morning, I woke up and trained for 30 minutes. No crowds, no cameras, no applause, just me, the road, and a goal that was still far ahead. Every morning was another opportunity to push myself a little further, to build endurance, to prepare my body, and more importantly, my mind, for what was coming. 30 minutes may not sound like much, but day after day, those 30 minutes began to add up.
Yeah! Yep. Twist it down, twist it down.
Lap almost done. Next up, run 6 o'clock per kilometer pace for 300 meters. Lap complete. Time 20 minutes, 30 seconds. Pace 10 minutes, 14 seconds.
The legs became stronger, the breathing became easier, the mind became tougher. Wheelman Ascents. The legs became stronger. The breathing became easier. The mind became tougher. I knew that 111 kilometers would not be easy, so I wasn't waiting for the challenge to arrive. I knew that 111 kilometers would not be easy, so I wasn't waiting for the challenge to arrive. I was preparing for it, step by step, morning by morning, until eventually the training had to end, and the real journey had to begin. 111 kilometers. This is where the story begins. On 11 km, beyond my limits. My name is Shaaban Ndegwa, also known as Wheelman Ascents, the owner of Wheelman Ascents Adventure. On Friday, 21st August 2026, at 8:30 in the evening, I made a decision. I decided to test my limits even further. This time, I was not going for 50 kilometers, not 70, not even 90. I was going for 111 kilometers. And for this challenge, I joined Relentless Walkers in a 111-kilometer walk organized by Jacob Aliet. I knew it would be difficult, but I didn't know just how difficult it was going to become. We all met at Times Tower in Nairobi. There were introductions, new faces, old friends, excitement, and that feeling you get before starting something you know is going to test you. We warmed up. Then Zach led us in prayers. And after that, we started walking. From Times Tower, we took Uhuru Highway, heading towards Nyayo Stadium and then onward towards City Cabanas and the Eastern Bypass. At the beginning, everything felt normal. The energy was high. People were talking. People were laughing. Everyone was walking together. But somewhere along the way, before we even reached Utawala, my body started sending me a message. Stop!
He never finished. He disappeared.
My feet were burning. My body was already beginning to refuse. I could feel the pain getting stronger with every step. At one point, I asked Zach if he could help me with inner souls to add to the ones I already had. But his response gave me something more powerful than inner souls. It gave me the strength to continue. And I told myself, I didn't train all this time just to stop at 20 kilometers. Not me.
Push it, push it. Let's go.
So I ignored the burning. I ignored the pain. And I continued walking, as if nothing had happened. Eventually, we reached Naiva's Utawala. We took a short break, just 15 minutes. 15 minutes to rest, 15 minutes to eat, drink, and recover. Then it was time to move again, because 111 kilometers doesn't wait for anyone. Eventually, we reached Naiva's Utawala. We took a short break, just 15 minutes. 15 minutes to rest, 15 minutes to eat, drink, and recover. Then it was time to move again, because 111 kilometers doesn't wait for anyone.
Yeah, fast off. See, you guys are still having beginners, yeah? Hey. Way. I like it. This is Naivas. Tony mwenyewe. I like it.
Alone in the forest. And then came a section that, if this were a movie, I would call Alone in the Forest. We entered the Uhuru Forest section along the Eastern Bypass. It was a long stretch, and it was dark.
Yes.
Very dark. The kind of darkness where you couldn't even comfortably think about stopping for a short call. This was no ordinary walk. Relentless Walkers is not for beginners. If you get left behind, you have two choices. Find your way home, or trust yourself enough to keep walking alone. The leading group was ahead of us. We could still see them, but slowly. The distance between us began to grow.
Makosa!
Along the way, I met someone who would become my walking partner for the rest of the journey. His name was Wachira, but I called him Ras. We started walking together, step by step, kilometer by kilometer. Neither of us knew just how important that partnership would become. Just before Thindigua, at around 5:30 in the morning, I asked Ras, "Can we stop here and have a cup of tea?" He agreed. But there was another reason I wanted to stop. I needed to perform my Fajr prayer, so while everyone else was pushing forward, we stopped. I prayed. Then we continued. Eventually, we caught up with the others at Quick Mart Thindigua. Ross decided to buy some refreshments. It took about 20 minutes, and those 20 minutes changed the walk. By the time we were ready to leave, the others had gone. And this time, the gap was huge. We never managed to close it. When the lead group was in Kikuyu, we were still in Gitaru. And by the time we reached Kikuyu, they had already moved on. Now it was just us. The battle with myself. Personally, this walk was tough, very tough. I had prepared myself, but along the way, I realized something. Maybe I had not prepared enough. There was a moment when I wanted to quit. The pain was everywhere. My feet, my legs, my entire body. But there was no one to cry to, because everyone was suffering. Everyone had their own battle. At one point, I seriously thought, maybe I should just board a matatu and go home. But then I remembered. No pain, no gain. So I kept moving.
We are now at the Western Bypass.
At Tatu City, something happened that I will never forget. My body completely refused. I was extremely sleepy. All I wanted was to find somewhere to lie down and sleep. But I pushed myself. I pushed myself like Wheelman himself, because I had come too far to stop. Later, somewhere around Galleria Market on the way to Karen, Ross started complaining about his knee. His knee was getting worse, but he kept pushing, like a hungry lion in the jungle. I told him, "Ras, just take a matatu to town. Let me finish this." Because by then, I had already made up my mind. I had to finish, but Ras remembered something. A promise we had made way back at Tatu City. We had promised each other. We must finish, no matter what. And that promise kept us moving. Then we reached Galleria, and suddenly, there were only 11 kilometers left. I looked at my watch. 11 kilometers. After everything we had gone through, only 11. But at that point, 11 kilometers felt like another mountain. Ras was still struggling with his knee. I was exhausted, but we kept moving, because the promise was still there.
How many kilometers to go? 15 kilometers to go, and guys are strong. Let's go, Tony, let's go, Hannah. Yeah, you guys are strong. Let's do it.
Then, at Langata, the rain started. After everything, now we had rain. But the rain wasn't going to stop us. We were already wet, we were tired, we were hurting, but we continued, step after step. The rain came down, and we kept walking.
Ras has developed a new walking style.
A walk that was supposed to take around 18 to 19 hours ended up becoming a 24-hour journey. Not because we wanted it to take that long, but because the journey tested us in every possible way. There were blisters, knee pains, legs locking, exhaustion, sleepiness, pain, and along the way, some people had to drop out, but we kept going, and eventually, we finished. 111 kilometers.
Tony mwenyewe. Aizo. Mambo mbaya, hapa ndio walk inaanza.
Looking back, I realized this walk was never just about distance. It was about the mind. It was about discipline. It was about pushing through the moment when your body tells you, enough. Default text it was about friendship. It was about keeping promises. It was about faith. And most importantly, it was about trusting Allah. Throughout that night, through the darkness, the pain, the exhaustion, and the rain, I thank Allah for guiding and protecting me throughout the journey and allowing me to complete the 111 kilometers. I started the walk wanting to test my limits, but by the time I finished, I realized something. Sometimes, you don't know your limits until you are forced to go beyond them. My name is Shaaban Ndegwa, aka Wheelman Ascents, and this was my 111-kilometer journey, 111 km, beyond the limit.